If you bought $1,000 of Shiba Inu today, what would happen? What's happening, everyone? Be sure to smash that like button. Let's take a look. We all want big gains. Let's talk about what would happen if you bought Shib at the right moment, if you sold it at 1 cent. Let's see here. Be sure to smash that like. But this is looking really awesome. Now, if you bought $1,000, you would get a $37,000 percent increase, which would give you $376,000, which is really, really a lot. Now, is this realistic? Possibly. Depends how much it burns. But again, just tells you $500 into Shib would give you $188,000. What about $100? I know a lot of people, just bought Shib and they forgot about it. It will still give you $37,000 when it reaches 1 cent, and that is still life-changing money. Now, even with $50 buying of Shib, that would give you $80,000. Even if you had $10 of Shib, that would give you a $3,700 increase when Shib reaches a penny. Now, nobody knows when Shiba Inu is going to reach a penny, or if it's going to reach a penny, but it would be pretty exciting. If you can see here, if you put $1,000 in, and Shiba Inu even reached a half a penny, you would still get $180,000, which is a house. Now, if it was 1/10 of a penny, you would get $36,000, which is kind of, not much. I mean, it gets you a cool car, but other than that, not much. You can see here, if it reaches 1 cent, which we're all waiting for, which we're all asking for, you would get a staggering $400,000, which would get you a house. And that's what's really exciting. It's the power of an investment. It's the power. If you had 38 million Shib. Now, even if you had something like, for example, 20 million Shib, or if you had 7 million Shib, that's still a lot. If you have $300, which is 10 million Shiba Inu, if you bought $500 today, which is pretty crazy, or if you bought $1,000, that is an insane amount, especially if Shiba Inu reaches 5 cents at some point. Even if it reaches 3 cents, for example, with a massive burn, it depends when you bought it. If you bought it right now, so for example, let's say you bought Shib even beforehand, those 3 cents, that investment would actually turn into something much bigger. So that's what's really important. Like, if we had a zero over here, that's actually $484,000. So $500,000 just for holding a meme token with 50 million Shib. That is, of course, if you don't sell, meanwhile, in some points, and it just tells you how long Shib can go, how strong it is. Especially if we look at here, people that bought Ethereum. So, for example, people bought at Ethereum at $3, and they got like 600 Ethereum, and they sold it at the peak. Or let's say they don't even sell at the peak. If we're super realistic over here, let's say Ethereum is $4,000. They would get a 770. They would get almost $1 million just for on their $600 investment. Now, if they bought a bit more, if they bought like 20,000, they would be one of the bigger whales. And that's what's pretty crazy to me. Of course, it was pretty early back then. It depends when you bought it. Even if Ethereum was with $20, they still got a 3 million increase. Even if they bought $10,000, that's still 2 million increase. And that's what whales are doing. They buy very early and they don't sell. And that's why we have so many Shiba Inu inactive wallets. Especially, some Shiba Inu whales bought when there was a lot of zeros. And they did profit it very strongly. So, for example, some whales bought here. They bought $10,000 and they got a 1.4 million increase. They got back so much. They got back $145 million, which is pretty crazy to me. Some of them got $14 million backs. And, that's why these big whales buy early and they know what's going on. But when getting back to the point, if you even have $1,000 worth of investment in Shib, if you bought it when Shiba Inu was back in 2021, in December, you would still get a $1.4 million increase. If you bought it in January, if you bought it in December, you would get 14 million, which is pretty crazy to me. And some people got massive gains and could retire off Shib. That's the power of investing, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what's really important. Shiba Inu is here to stay. Shiba Inu is going strong. Again, am I telling you to buy Shib? No. Austin Hilton gave me this idea just to show you how it actually works and what's going on with Shiba Inu, how, buying more can give you more if the prices are, sustainable. So for example, it all depends if Shib reaches a penny. And that's why we are all aiming sky high, because when you buy it, you get a 400,000 increase. You even get you get enough for a house. Like in some countries, this is not enough for a house. But in other countries, this is enough for basically 5 houses. And people learn a lot about passive investing. It all depends on the person, however, and this is what I really like about Shib, helping people out. But until next time, peace everyone.